Hello, everyone.
Hello! Welcome, everyone. It's every other Friday, and this is our episode 22. But let's get right into it, shall we? Very excited. Lots of things are going on right now. Hello, friends. It is every other Friday, and welcome to GutPunchRP, a stream channel focused on RPGs, largely of the tabletop variety, diverse storytelling, and charity. We are sponsored by Dungeons Gate, a local Midwestern game shop. You can type !Dungeons Gate to check out their website, and be sure to use the code GutPunchRP for 10% off anything not already discounted. Would you like to support us in non-monetary ways? Well, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Liking the videos and retweeting our Go Live tweets really does help the channel. And you'll have to stick around because we've got more fun things coming in the future. And you'll only see that if you give us a follow. If this is your first time joining us here, welcome. You have joined us for episode 23 of Darkness Rising, a homebrew fantasy 5e campaign. And so this is, as I said, this is our last episode of 2022, but we will be back in January 7th, 2023. So we get to do the whole see you next year thing, which I am a 5-year-old, so I do enjoy that joke. It's fine. But without further ado, shall we get right into it with a recap? Let's go ahead and do that. Last time on Darkness Rising, Jade looked up at her home. The familiar walls of stone were eerily quiet as they approached. They noticed a singular figure standing out front, who turned out to be a curious youth in dark clothing. She asked several questions and allowed the party to ask a few of their own. Anissa cleverly found a second sentry hiding invisibly nearby. When the lunch bell rang, the party gained access within the walls. They were escorted to the lunch hall, where everyone was gathered, and the 3 remaining elders were seated rigidly at the head table. Quinn detected some rather powerful evocation magic, and put together that there was something more dastardly at work, when the head of the dark-clad group, a man named Aiden, greeted the party and focused on Jade. After a tense exchange, the party agreed to join him out in the courtyard to discuss next steps. Jade's time clock to make a decision about the orb was ticking, and Aiden made a point to mention it frequently. With the desire to get more information, they put a pin in this conversation and went to go speak with the elders. They were informed then of how a man in white came and took Silva, the monastery head and Jade's mentor, and left this retinue of soldiers behind. Together, the party and the elders made a plan to escape. As the party was getting ready to leave, Liliana sent some other bodies in the room hidden and threatened them down from attacking, and from waiting an hour before revealing what they had heard, and the party left to go enact their plan. When they returned, everything was once again eerily quiet, so River snuck back inside under disguise and found everyone under strict guard by Aiden. Jade reached out to Lauren and struck a deal. She would hand over the orb, but only to him, and only if he returned Silva to the temple and left them all unharmed. With Lauren on his way, will the tension be eased quickly, or is there more to the plight of the Temple of Ralden? We pick up with our party separated, split. River alone in disguise, staring into a cafeteria full of the monastery monks, as well as figures clad in black, and everyone else outside. We will join our party outside as Jade comes back from her conversation with Lauren. Where before you had seen her conversations with the orb, ice would prickle along her fingertips. She seems untouched this time.
How did it go?
Lauren will be here in the hour. He had one of our elders with him, and I made a deal for him to get the orb. But I
Okay.
would much rather it be like, with him here. I still don't really trust this lackey.
Yeah.
Did he tell you why he had one of your elders with
Is he
him?
bringing her back also?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's bringing her back, but I don't really know why he had her with him.
Seems odd, unless he was just taking her for collateral damage or collateral against you.
That's kind of what I figured. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, maybe he was trying to control her, like with the collar situation from before.
Could you see? Did she have one?
I don't think I could tell.
Okay. Well, what are we doing next then? Jade?
Give it an hour, unless River gets back to us before that point.
Alright.
I mean, he's a bad guy. What if he just doesn't let us go? What just stops one of his lackeys from bringing out a kid and making you give him the orb?
If there's like a condition to this orb situation, because I mean, realistically, he could have took this from us at any point.
No, there's most definitely a condition to the orb. It has to be given. And as verified from Rhea's journal.
I'd like
But-
to think that we have a little bit more than we may realize.
Seems like a bad guy who's real willing to do bad things is what we've seen so far.
Definitely excessive, especially when we already agreed to meet him at the other place.
Mm.
Then
I just-
Go ahead.
I just feel like he's gonna pull something, especially when he's right here. He can just set the monastery on fire. There's gonna be
I mean, the only thing that we have going for us is that the orb has to be freely given. Otherwise, the power will not transfer. So if he does anything to harm the monastery and we're like, fuck you, we're not going to give you this orb, he's shit out of luck.
Exactly.
However, once he has the orb, that's a completely different story.
Then
That
all bets
is
are off.
the-
Yeah.
I think this is a situation where we hope for the best, recognizing that we're going to lose the orb,
Mm-hmm.
but that no one gets harmed. But we should prepare in any way we possibly can for the situation where we don't come out of it. But we do as much damage to them as possible.
Yeah.
Because I don't like the odds of all of them plus a dragon.
so that.
Doesn't seem good. But I've died before, it's not that bad. That was a
Speak
joke.
for yourself.
Yes, my apologies. I'm rather nervous.
I suppose you don't have to confront your problems if you're dead. So,
You're all just rays of sunshine, aren't you?
I would like to live.
The river
Dang.
is,
Yeah.
well, more of a pep talk person than I am. But she's not great at it now that I think about it. But better than I am.
but speaking of, is there things that we can do around the area? Do we have an hour, assuming none of them leave that location? and they can't see what's happening outside, can we at least potentially set up the battlefield in such a way, if we do have a battle, that...
I mean,
Do you
we
have anything in
can.
mind?
Well, he would theoretically be the only one that could fly, correct?
And
So perhaps we could set some type of pitfall trap to get rid of the putties that he'll have helping him, no doubt. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not really a trap
well,
person.
like, we gotta assume that they are watching us, so maybe not anything against them.
Potentially maybe pinch points. And Quinn pulls out the military tactician book that she stole from where we were staying that has the military tactics. And is like, they do have numbers. We could potentially try to find a way to force them to where they don't have that as an advantage.
I was
I'm
gonna
open for.
leverage the orb into getting them to leave, so that it's just Loren here, and hopefully with just him here, it'd be more incentive to just leave.
I like that idea.
Yes, it makes perfect sense.
Can't hurt to home alone it a little bit, though, right?
Oh, I love that play.
It's great. I saw it at a theater in the round.
I didn't know that many people had seen that yet. It's very
Yeah, I
interesting.
think I remember some traveling troupe did it when I was a kid. Yeah, passing through town.
Great tragedy.
I mean, I don't know. Do we know where this theoretical fight would even happen?
I mean, I feel like right here.
If we can make it so that it doesn't happen right at the monastery, then that would be great.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that route.
Is there like a clearing or something further away
Yeah.
that we know about, or that Trade knows about? We're there, and
And I'm assuming we're right outside of the gates, right? Somewhere.
From what I recall, you guys were hiding outside while River went inside to do a little scouting. Like,
Mhm.
I think outside the grounds is your best bet, but that makes it challenging for wherever y'all want to do whatever it is you're planning to do.
Liliana, as a note, has not taken her eyes off of where River disappeared into and has been making all this commentary while still staring over there.
I mean, geographically, is there any place that is like further away, but still we can see what would be happening, like a hill?
the monastery is sitting on top of a hill in this particular clearing. But Jade could roll a history check if she wants to see if maybe she can recall the spot that she had hidden in once as a child.
11.
There's quite a few spots, but none that have such a good view of the temple.
I think River, if she kind of is inspecting the room, are they doing anything at all? Like, are they just kind of vibing in the center, or after a certain point, are they just like waiting?
Like, who vibing? The figures in black or the monks?
Yeah, River's kind of saying there she hasn't been noticed yet, other than the dude calling out, making...
Yeah, he doesn't know who's there, but he
Yeah.
knows someone is there.
Yeah. So she's just kind of gauging the room to see if there's anything they can use for their advantage. Like, there seems to be any monks that look like they're itching for a fight, if there's any of the cultists who look nervous, and especially if Aiden looked like he's up to anything shady.
Okay. Roll me a investigation check, because you're looking for something specific. Or I will allow an insight check on the room,
Ooh.
since you're gauging the vibe.
9.
You get the feeling looking in, it is extremely tense in there.
Mhm.
There are nerves on both sides. Whether or not those nerves are more on the nervous side or anxious to like either get moving, do something. It's kind of just all of that in this one large 50-foot room.
Okay.
Shh, I wasn't talking to you, Siri.
I'm assuming the group is beyond 120 feet, right?
Yes, I believe they are.
River's gonna, after gauging the room and figuring out they're not moving, she's gonna start sneaking her way back to the group.
Okay.
And with her 2 nat 1 stealth rolls I rolled earlier to see if she could be a sneaky bitch, she is just walking.
Oh,
Plain as day.
come now! Don't leave so soon!
Freeze. Fuck.
We're all adults here, are we not?
She's gonna keep leaving. Not even gonna pay any
Okay.
mind. If it's obvious no one's coming to get her, she's gonna keep walking.
You just kind of hear him laugh as you walk away. He seems, with your 9 insight, he seems very, very sure of himself
Yeah.
right now.
He's a very jolly guy. Very,
Yeah,
Just-
he's
just very
having a
thrilled.
grand old time right now.
yeah, just having the blast. Summer camp at the monastery, you know.
Great.
All right, so she's gonna head.
But yeah,
back
you
to
are
church.
not hindered in your escape out. So it's probably about this time in your all's conversation that you do catch sight. Well, are you still like with your nat 1 stealth check? You think you are the most hidden you've ever been in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Liliana, you clock her sneaking out of that door in seconds. Like, I know your passive perception is a lot higher than a 1.
Yes, and I will just like not immediately go over to her necessarily, but just to the party go. She's back.
So what did you see?
Not great.
No.
Everyone's gathered in the cafeteria, lined with the guards. Aiden's in the center waiting for us. And called out, wanting us to walk in, too. Kind of itching for a fight, and with a few honeyed words and a well-placed suggestion, we may potentially be able to get them on our side against Lauren. And we only need 1 or 2 leaders to give the order. And then, you know, any of the able, willing monks, a couple of them looked, you know, capable of fighting. Either join in or get the kids out. I'm no strategist, but I do love using words against people.
How long has it been at this point?
It's only been about 20 or so minutes, if that.
I mean, if we wait 40 minutes, Lauren will be here himself.
I don't want to just wait for him like we're all sitting ducks and he comes and we have no no way to run interference. Like, they're in there itching for a fight,
Yeah.
but maybe half of them come out when Lauren shows up. And then maybe there's enough on our side to cause chaos. Like, I feel like we shouldn't go inside to fight them, but there should be someone inside in case things go sideways. There should be people further away. We should draw Lauren further away. I don't know. There's got to be a better strategy than just waiting for a guy who can turn into a dragon.
Yeah, we have 40 minutes to figure it out. There's just something off about having them all in that room. If there's a way to draw
Yeah.
a few of them out, I would feel way more comfortable with trying to manipulate them in any way. But if it's too obvious by the time Lauren comes here, like, that might be a death sentence too.
No, like, I would say we wait till he shows up. Like, we run whatever we're going to do concurrent with that if it comes down to it. But otherwise, we are hoping that it goes right, and if we don't have to do anything to the people inside and they just walk out, then they just walk out. But I am not that optimistic.
For good reason.
Suggestion
Okay.
lasts for 8 hours as long as I don't get hit.
I mean, you
No, I
have done
got
it to
that.
Loren
Yeah.
before, too. I feel like what Jade suggested may potentially be the best move, where we try to get Loren to tell them to leave. And I like the idea of that Anissa said of maybe having a few people in the inside to make sure that happens, and if it doesn't, to be able to turn the tides in some way if things start going sideways.
Okay. What?
Do we have a means of being able to communicate with one another?
That, I think, is...
I can yell real loud, and that's it.
Yes.
Do we have anything that could serve as an incendiary device?
I'll tug on the bandolier of oil wineskins I have.
Yeah,
Got a few torches.
the
somewhere.
insiders are going to be inside the cafeteria. It's going to need to be a very loud noise or a very subtle means of communication. My
I
mess.
mean, I feel like we definitely try to not be in the cafeteria unless we absolutely have to be. Did you notice any, like, second level windows, anything like that?
Damn, did I notice any second level windows?
Yeah, I mean there were
Were they
'cause
open?
it's roll a history check. See if you can recall. Actually, any of you can roll a history check. You were all in there earlier.
Thank you. My
Yes.
plus
Like,
1 to history.
I was like, Jade, you can roll
26.
with
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
Doing a drawing of
Yeah,
the
I roll.
inside of the
Yeah.
cafeteria.
Yeah.
like perfect.
Detailed diagram. Yeah.
Quinn opens her mind palace. It's just like,
Yeah.
judging by how the light was filtering in.
You know, River's like, there was nothing to steal and nobody that you wanted me to get out of there. What do you mean?
That's the checklist of all things.
Yeah.
That was a 24 for Liliana as
Okay.
well.
Okay. For anyone who got an 18 or higher, you would recall that the outside of the cafeteria, it is a 2-floor monastery. You would have remembered seeing that when you were in the courtyard. You could see the second-story balcony had a little like overlook into the courtyard. The cafeteria did have windows that were second story, but there was no way to get up to them. They were more of a decorative nature. There were occasional windows open. There was only one that you recall being open in the cafeteria itself. All the rest appeared to be room windows for the those who reside within the monastery.
I'll relay that to Kai, or excuse me, to Anissa, and say, so there are a couple. What did you have in mind? Someone posted up with a view into those windows?
I was more thinking if we could stay on the roofs and just kind of drop in from somewhere. It's my hope. But
Yeah?
if there's not a way to do that, then maybe
Then-
skulking elsewhere.
Yes. I think perhaps whoever, depending on who goes in, would be a good first step, because then we'll know who's capable of what to handle inside there.
So, okay, but what are we trying to accomplish by having someone go in?
It's just to ensure that the interior group actually leaves and they
Okay.
don't start
And
attacking.
I get that part, but with
Or
being outnumbered as we are, it's just, I don't know, I guess I'm just thinking about how they're gonna make sure that happens if it doesn't seem to be going that way.
I mean, we're
My-
not either way. I don't think we are. It's more like throw a smoke bomb and try and get as many people out as possible.
Or
Oh,
we
okay,
have
fair enough,
River
yeah,
in there
yeah.
and she casts suggestion on Aiden and gives the order to leave the people be
Alright.
and leave. Or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
I think as far as who we should send in, given that the rest of us will be out here potentially fighting a dragon or beginning to, or what have you, we should probably send in whoever would struggle the most with that. Anyone who doesn't have something that could hit someone in the air, etc., etc.
I have one shiny new toy that can hit things far away, but that's about it. It's just kind of like gesture to the javelin of lightning that's like now on like slung across her back. But
I'm also thinking stealth might be a concern.
yeah, River, I think that this sounds like your kind of thing.
I can get in and out easier through
And if
sneaky
we have
and
to
magical
do
means, and
your
yeah,
mind stuff,
I can certainly try.
And I mean, I'm quiet sometimes.
I mean, I can't hit anything in the air, so.
I mean, you also have to be outside, though.
River
yeah.
holds
Not
out her
necessarily.
crossbow. Does anyone want to borrow it?
No, Jade, if we're going to give the orb away, it has to be you.
Yeah. You're the
You've
one who's been
bonded
making
with
the
that
deal,
orb.
and you're the one who's been communicating with him. I think that he'll probably throw a fit if it's not you.
I will volunteer to be with you all to face a dragon.
Me too.
And well, if anybody needs help hitting things in the air, maybe you can just fly to get him.
All right.
That would certainly make it easier, yes.
Yeah.
Am I the quietest big person then?
I'm very loud.
Yeah, I'm a +4 to stealth.
Didn't you get some elven boots or something at some point?
That doesn't change the fact that I only have a +2, though.
I mean,
I don't have disadvantage anymore, so there's that.
Hey.
I'll go with River since it was my hopefully less dumb than it sounds idea to go back inside.
Let's go through the
run
group. I'm
back
sure
awkwardly.
nothing
Yeah,
wrong
it'll
will
be
happen.
fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Okay, but all right. So then, River and Anissa, you two are gonna try and get back in, or maybe get up to the roof and skulk from the windows while the rest of us wait outside for the dragon.
Let's yeah, I guess that's what it is.
Okay.
Begins
All right.
Scooby-Doo creeping back towards the wall.
Pink Panther music starts playing in the background.
Yeah.
It's like Betty Hill.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's more realistic. Yeah.
All right, my friend's sneaking back inside. You want to go ahead and roll me a stealth check?
River reaches out and, oh, hopefully this works, and pats Anissa and Cass, or twins a invisibility on them. So, advantage on your stealthy stealth. Did you want to do roof, or you just want to go inside? How you want to do this?
I mean, getting back close, and since we're looking specifically for, like, maybe a way up on the roof, is there something else we can see? You know, like one of those little weird outside things with the horses, or I guess that would be a bar. Ooh, natural 17 on the stealth score. 21?
Really glad I did invisible because I just rolled my third and not one for stealthing, but
Oh no. Jail those dice.
Oh gosh.
it's an 18 for the other one though, so
Okay.
they're pretty. No, they will not be jailed.
Sometimes they need to go in timeout for a little bit. To think
Even
about
the
what
pretty
they've
ones.
Done.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Especially
that's
the
my
pretty
method,
ones.
Amber.
Yeah.
So
They all need to go in timeout. No special treatment.
Nope.
I need to do spell math. Hold on. Is that twin this sucker?
Okay. Nissa, you said you were looking for like an outcropping.
yeah, like more like an overhang or something that would help us get up higher.
Okay.
But also like, are people patrolling the walls is also kind of a question.
Okay. Roll me a investigation because you're looking for something specific.
Ooh. Ooh, natural 19 for a dirty 20.
All right. You're looking around, and you've done enough jobs in your life in which you have to case a place that you are kind of surprised that, considering this place is being held ransom, there is nobody patrolling the upper walk. You do notice there are a few balconies that are connected to windows to allow for some like outdoor meditation. But because we're so deep in the woods, there are vines that have crawled up the side of this building that definitely are, what's the word? Not numerous. There's a lot of them. They're stuck in pretty tight.
Hey, River.
Yeah.
I feel like we could maybe at least climb up these vines and get a peek.
That's a good idea. All right.
I mean, do you want me to just go up first and give it a look-see, and then I'll...
Okay, I'll send you a message after a few minutes. Or, yeah.
Or I'll drop it there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I am going to try and athletically climb these vines and peek in and see what's up.
All right, give me an athletics or acrobatics roll, your choice.
It'll be an athletics. Ooh. That'll be a natural 4 for an 11.
Okay. You have climbed enough in your life. You're able to do it. You're not as fast as you would like to be climbing up. And River, the only sense that you... Oh wait, you guys talked. Is your invisibility still up?
Yeah.
Okay. The only sense that you get that you know Anissa is climbing is you can hear the occasional rustle of leaves because you're looking for it. You see the occasional dip. But Anissa, as you climb, occasionally you start to feel the vines pull away from the wall, so you panic and quickly readjust. So it takes a little longer than you're expecting, about 5 or so minutes before you get to that top, because you're being extra careful with your climbing. But you peek over the ledge and you look into a dark room as it is now evening into night. Go ahead, give me a perception check, please.
Oh, Dolly. Oh, goodness. Oh, I believe in the power of the dice.
I believe in the power of your dice.
Okay, that'll be 14. 14, yeah.
Okay, heck yeah. All right. The room is quiet. Not eerily so like the rest of the monastery. There's a sort of homey, lived-in feel here that just seems kind of put on pause for the moment. You climb into the room and it's dark. There's only a bunk bed and a desk and a wardrobe, like armoire with the double doors, in this room. And it's very subtle, but you hear a soft coming from the armoire.
What kind of sound was that? It didn't.
Oh, sorry, a little. Did you get that time? No?
We were
A
flat.
little like thump thump thump.
I don't love that. Is the armor like threatening to open? Is the thing like beating against it? Not to be a D&D player, but I do have dark vision.
In your experience as a heist, you've done heists in here. Yeah,
Steven.
you've done them. It doesn't sound like it's trying to get out. It sounds like it was something accidental. It was an accidental noise of potentially a foot slipping.
Does it sound like a small foot?
You could give me a history check to recall in your brain, if you can, the sound of a small foot pitter-pattering against wood.
Oh gosh.
But you see it's going to be very high for this one.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll go great. For 14 again.
Against a DC of 9. This is absolutely the sound of a small foot that is hiding in that armoire.
I'm gonna go peek out the window. Make a little like, ooh. Ooh.
Send a message. Yes?
Is this a thinking or a saying one?
Oh, that's a good point.
I feel like I would know this by this point.
I think sending you have to speak.
Say it.
Yeah, you
point and say it.
Yep, you can reply in a whisper that only I can
Yeah.
hear.
You can
Okay.
whisper, but
I like cup my hands and like extra whisper, and I'm just kind of like, I think there's a kid wardrobe up here. So I'm gonna try and like grab him and get him quiet, and then maybe drop him out the window to you. Do you think you can catch a kid? We'll see. I'm gonna get him out.
I can. New message. Yeah, I think I could catch a kid.
Okay. I am.
you're invisible.
Yeah, I'm gonna scare the shit out of this kid.
Holy hell, they're about to scream in the house then.
This could not go wrong. This could not go wrong. All right, Anissa, what do you do?
I feel like I would stand invisibly with my hands on my hips, staring at this cabinet for a moment. Just thinking, real hard with my fighter thoughts. And then I would think about it some more. And then I would go back to the window and make the same call.
You haven't dropped him already, have you?
No, did you see Chi in that fucking cafeteria?
That's a really great observation, DM. Did I see Chi in that cafeteria?
I have to recover for a moment. Woo!
High five, Kai.
Beautiful. Go ahead and roll a history check.
I
for
hate
me,
this
please.
one so much.
I'm sorry. I mean, what else?
I rolled an 18, which makes
Okay.
it a 19.
You do not recall seeing Chi in there, but there were a lot of people in there. Oh.
No, I don't remember. She wasn't in there. I saw there was a lot of people, but she hasn't been seen since we left.
Enough. And then I'm just gonna go and be like, I'm gonna get close to the door and be like, Gee, it's Anissa.
You hear from within the wardrobe.
No, be quiet about it.
Oh, sorry.
We're sneaking. All right. Come on, we're gonna get you out of here.
Okay, so I can come out now. The scary people in the black robes aren't gonna get me.
I mean, if you be quiet.
Okay. And the door.
It's the walls are thick.
She cautiously sticks her little head out and climbs down. Like, Anissa, where are you? I can't see you.
No, shh, I'm invisible. I'm invisible. It's fine. We're gonna just.
Am I invisible?
No. And that's why you have to be extra quiet.
Oh, okay. Where are we going?
We are going over here by the window for a second.
Okay.
Side question.
Yes.
What? I feel like we would have gone over what breaks invisibility.
That's hold on. I'm
know.
certain I know, but
I
I'm gonna
mean,
be
I'm
certain.
living for this conversational invisibility because I think it's hilarious. I feel like you have.
I think it's attacking or casting a spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
pretty
think
much
it's
anything
using an
impressive.
action.
Yeah. Well, no, it's not using an action. It's specifically if you attack, if you cast a spell. I think you can still take damage. I don't think that
Oh.
breaks it because as long as I keep concentration, it stays up. So I don't want to take
Okay.
damage, but Anissa can take damage.
Neat.
Would you mind rolling me because you did cast sending?
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Will you roll me
Yep.
3 concentration checks?
Well,
And we'll.
it would have broken it.
Is it a level spell or is it a cantrip? Because they were casting message, and
That's
is a cantrip.
true.
I feel like my character would know this, but I'm happy to still roll. But I will. It just says a spell, so cantrip would also count.
So now
Okay,
we're
but
invisible.
I was gonna say, but invisibility is a concentration.
It is concentration. It would end for me. It would stay on Anissa because I cast a spell. So Rivers.
Okay.
Because casting the spell does not break your concentration,
Yeah.
it just breaks the invisibility.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, then
She-
yeah, we'll do that. We'll say that. Anissa, you are still invisible. River, you are tucked up against
Yeah.
the side of the building.
In the cultist robes,
Yeah,
looking
you're
like
still
a sad
in your
emo
disguise.
cultist hiding.
On there's
Okay.
no break.
Yeah.
Okay, still invisible. I'm gonna sort of peek over and see River and sort of like,
right next to you.
okay, we gotta stay quiet. And I'm gonna, I guess, since it won't break invisibility, I'm gonna take my invisible 50 feet of rope out of my bag and do like that, tie around the upper chest. Yeah, just okay, we're gonna put this and hold on to this, all right. I triple check the knot because I'm not trying to drop this kid, and then I just belay her on down.
All right, go ahead and roll me a strength check. I have no doubt you'll be able to succeed this, but just for hilarity's sake.
You know how she rolls.
I know.
Just a straight up
Hilarity.
strength check. We're not doing an athletics.
Yeah, I'll let you go athletics.
No.
Use those big strong lady muscles
Come on,
that
muscles.
we all love.
Okay. Oh, that's better than I thought it was. But not good.
Oh no.
I thought it was a natural 1, but it's a 7. So 14. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little awkward getting Chi over because she like tries to help, but she can't see you. So she kind of like keeps getting in the way, and you're just but you do manage to get her up on the balcony and carefully lower her down. And when she's over the edge, she's just like it's rigid, trying to keep herself as still as just rotating as you lower her down, but you do get her onto the ground without getting hurt. And she's, as soon as she's down on the ground, she's gonna hug you, River, because she's just like, that was scary. There was a lot of noise, and then they just came in and they took everyone. But Aaron was hiding me in his closet because we were playing hide and seek with a couple of the other kids. So I just didn't come back out.
No, that's very smart. That was very clever of you, Chi. You did an excellent job.
Yes.
Is there anything you can tell us at all? Like,
well, some of the people in the mask, like in the armor, they kind of are like really, really cold, and they don't talk. They're just kind of like renting, like.
that's really good to know. You did a great job.
Yeah.
That was a really good sneaking in.
Yes.
You get a gold star. I don't have any right now, but we'll get you one.
Okay. I like this place. It's fun.
Good.
Okay, now where do I go? Cause it's scary in there right now.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to go back in there right now.
Okay, well, it should be really safe for you. All right, really. The group's already split, right? Where this is the two parties have gone separate ways. Okay. Okay, here's what you're going to do, Chi.
Okay.
It's going to be really safe for you, but I want you to sneak out of the monastery and go hide in the woods for a bit, okay? Just get a little bit...
Just anywhere in the woods? Should I, like, leave, like, a breadcrumb trail so you can find me? Or do I come back out after a certain time?
She's going to pull out her sending stone that goes to Liliana. It's like, here,
Okay.
I want you, hold on tight to this. It's not going to work tonight, but first thing in the morning it'll work. But what I want you to do is to go into the woods, find the best hiding spot you can find. You're really good at hiding in the woods. Get just outside of view of the monastery. If you see any fire or any smoke, don't come back yet. And just wait about 2 hours, okay?
Okay.
And then...
2 hours after I wake up tomorrow.
Well, 2 hours tonight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it kind of, if you can peek back, and if not, if there's still stuff going on, go hide in the woods, spend the night, and then call us first thing in the morning.
Okay.
You'll get Lily, okay?
Okay.
All right.
She goes and she takes off running.
I think that was the right thing to do. I don't know.
Yeah, I've tied the rope off on the top so that...
Yes! Okay. A very visible river can start climbing up stealthily as she can.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a strength roll, or acrobatics or athletics to climb the rope.
Okay. I will do acrobatics. Ooh, okay, 17.
Okay, you are able to climb the rope.
Okay.
And we will pause there, and we'll go back to our other group. We love split parties. Woo!
You're welcome.
All right, so River and Anissa have just left your regroup. You are sitting at about 30 minutes until Lauren will make his appearance, if he keeps to the hour, strictly to the hour timetable. What are we doing?
Are we like still hiding on the side, or are we like just?
Yeah, were you guys staying out in the open clearing, or like the clearing outside of the monastery, or were you gonna go anywhere else?
I mean, if the other spots don't have a good view, probably just stay put, right?
For
I would
now, at
imagine.
least.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything we can do to kind of prepare? Or, I mean, I guess they're already kind of doing that.
Yes,
but
I
maybe-
do have something. Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Could you grind this for me? I'll hand you a pestle, a mortar, and some of these like 1-inch cubes of a fairly reflective looking like crystal. And I'll also
Sure.
pull out some sugar, baking soda, and 2 empty vials. And I'd like to use my alchemist supplies to, once she finishes grinding that potassium nitrate, I want
What I
to...
thought it was.
Yeah. I would like to use my
Amazing.
alchemist supplies to create a smoke bomb. And I want to like essentially take the sharp end of my rapier and cut a little hole out of the cork stopper in the middle. And I want to set it up so that there's a small bit of rope that I essentially pull from the outside that will cause the crushed pouch of potassium nitrate to drop into the rest of it, and it'll start smoking it.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and give me a... What would that be? The proficiency bonus plus what?
Alchemy supplies using intelligence?
Yeah. And then, yeah, with your proficiency bonus as well, since this is something you're good at.
Okay. With my proficiency bonus, that is a 24.
All right. Kira, you watch as Kira grinds up the sodium nitrate into that fine powder, and a few times you had to be like, no, just a little more, like just encourage a little more. But once you get it back, you are able to create yourself 2 smoke bombs, that little smoke grenades, if you will, to add to your inventory.
Wunderbar. I will hand one to Quinn and say, I figure I shouldn't hold both of them. Hopefully they'll be useful enough that we'll wish I had made more.
Thank you.
Cool.
Right. Jade and Quinn, what are you doing while Kira and Liliana are making smoke bombs?
I can pick the spot like on the grass to like meditate,
Okay.
settle nerves. I'm listening, but just trying to get back to equilibrium.
Yeah, this is understandable. Had a rather distressing few days.
Yeah, it's been busy.
Yeah, for just for giggles.
I like you both.
Yeah, I'm gonna take, and first I will ritually cast comprehend languages so that I can know languages that are spoken, and they'll last for the next hour.
Okay.
Just, in case.
Okay.
And then once I'm feeling like it's getting close to the time that Lauren's gonna show up, I'm gonna go ahead and again ritually cast detect magic. Ideally, so I have like my full 10 minutes of it being up while we're chatting or whatever.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else you four wanted to do? I'm gonna jump back with the other two, so we can get them in position for when Lauren arrives. Is there
Only
anything
things I have are like only last for like a minute, so I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just triple checking what else I can. What else? It says common alchemical ingredients, so I'm looking at science things. You can feel free to check in with.
Okay.
Is there any way that I can pull out, because I have comprehend languages cast,
Yes.
pull out the journal and specifically looking for anything about Lauren?
Okay.
Control F, Lauren.
Yeah.
Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. You would know that it does. It takes a minute to go over all the pages, like at every time you look at the pages. But you do find a few things about Lauren Dragar within the journal. Is there anything specific you're looking for in regards to him?
Kind of anything that's more along the lines of emotional opinions, like kind of looking for weaknesses, but
Okay.
you know, I'm looking. I'm assuming that maybe Raina has a little bit of burn book elements to this as well.
You can look in the document at year 1648
Okay.
if you have it.
Would you mind DMing that to
Yes,
me?
I absolutely. Here, I'll just copy paste.
That works too.
This is easier. There you go. Alright. Okay. Alright. Anybody else in my little foursome here that wants to do anything? Then we'll jump back over to my two. And
Everything else takes too long. Damn
Everything
chemical
else
reactions.
doesn't
Okay.
last long enough, so yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Then we will jump back to my other two. You have 30 minutes, essentially, before Lauren is supposed to arrive.
Is there an easy path to where we can overlook the cafeteria from where we are?
You keep your head out. You don't really know where this room in particular is sitting in relation. You know the cafeteria is like in the back. It's one of the big main rooms, so you know that you could get there. But since you did get the high roll before, you would remember that there wasn't a second floor in the cafeteria, though there were second-story windows in the cafeteria. So it's like a high vaulted ceiling, but there's not like a second floor in it itself.
Was there anywhere that we could be... Okay. What we were trying to do was get to a high level that we could then watch the cafeteria, was the whole point of this plan. So that's feasibly
okay.
not possible.
There's a sunlight. There's a sunlight in the cafeteria.
We are heading towards that.
Okay. And you do know that there is an center balcony that does overlook that courtyard. And pillars that would help you get up to that skylight.
Awesome. And are those pillars and stuff visible from the cafeteria?
No.
Oh, goodness me. Once we're kind of like knowing that we're gonna try and get up on the roofs, this room is probably not gonna be the most direct path out if we have to get out quickly, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I will take my rope with me.
All right. You want to go ahead, roll me stealth checks again. Anissa at advantage because you are still invisible.
Huzzah!
Ooh, that's a good roll. 25.
23? Yes,
Hey.
23.
All right. You peek your head outside the room and you look down the hall. It's very eerily shadowed. But you creep out and head towards where you know the balcony is. So quiet. There's no other sound. Except in the far distance. You hear the very proud ramblings of Aiden. You can't quite make out what he's saying, but you know that tone. You've been around people who think so highly of themselves. He certainly thinks highly of himself right now. Go ahead, give me an athletics or acrobatics to climb this pillar to the roof.
Oh lord, he's monologuing.
Absolutely, he's monologuing.
22! I rolled a 19!
That's better than 11.
Okay. River, you scale this pillar and you're so focused, so determined on being quiet that you are kind of surprised at how dexterously you're able to get to the top. Anissa, you're trying to see if you can overhear if what he's saying may be a plan, that you get a little distracted and your foot slips. Some of the stone of the column fall out, but you catch yourself. And you turn your focus away from Aiden's monologue and are able to climb up to the roof a little after River. Carefully, you both begin to make your way towards where you see the vaulted green room sunlight that is letting in the moon's light into the cafeteria, where you can see the faint glow of torchlight flickering beneath. You creep up to the window and you look down.
And well, Anissa look first because she's still invisible.
Okay. Anissa, you look down into the cafeteria. Roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, Jesus. I don't love it. The D20 look like. Okay, I can perceive things. Look at me go. Ooh, I can't perceive shit. That's a 3.
Okay. You look down, and there's a very faint... Actually, even better. You go to place your hand on the window. Like, it's not like you're, like, full-on, like, pressing your face onto it. It's just, like, a very gentle, like, on the edge. Your fingers tap, and you recoil quickly. The glass is freezing to the touch. As you look down, there is a mist swirling in the cafeteria. But from your vantage, nobody appears to be hurt. But nobody appears to be moving.
I would kind of roll away from the window and be like, I think he froze them all.
Okay, I'm looking now very carefully to try and, since she's not invisible, but she is going to look now.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
I am tying a rope to like a chimney. If there's anything nearby to tie a rope to, that would.
There's like what are the oh, not pulpit. What are the, not a vent. It's like a little like decorative sort of ironwork on the roof that you can weave your rope through and get it secured. And I won't have you roll for that.
14.
14. You are able to get a little bit of a better look. And you can see that Aiden is playing with what appears to be a ice ball in his hand. The people below are moving. They're cowering from him. And the fog appears to be coming from every soldier in plate armor. Almost as if they were flash frozen. But nobody appears to be hurt otherwise.
How far is Aiden from us now? This is 2 stories, so 20 feet?
He is about 25 feet below you because it's a vaulted from the old Batman cartoons, whenever they would break into the big fancy museums, they have those sunlights for a garden or whatever. It's kind of up a little. So you've got a little extra height on him. Mm-hmm. He is pacing gleefully around this cafeteria, just kind of tossing this ice ball back and forth in his hands.
She'll motion Anissa to come over and point out, okay, look. It's all the soldiers, it's all the cold's emanating from them. And she mentioned that they felt cold. I just assumed it was because they were another lizard folk or whatever. And he's got that ball.
Is the ice ball controlling them, or is that just... I guess it doesn't matter. Ooh. I still feel like we have to wait for the dragon, but I wish we could somehow tell them this.
Yeah.
Hey, DM, out of curiosity, was it just the ones in the plate armor that had the funky eyes? Okay, but they did have those. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's all. Carry on.
Okay.
What's the demeanor of the people in the plate armor?
Roll me a vibe check. Give me their insight, if you will.
Okay. And I'm specifically posture, if they're identical, if it looks like they're in pain.
Okay.
Okay, that's 13 plus... Ooh, 5. I am an insightful little bitch. 18.
From this vantage, looking down, it's hard to see past that black plate.
Okay.
But their stances don't appear to be in pain. They're standing... Occasionally you'll get a slight shift, but not I'm in agony shift, I'm kind of stiff, so I'm gonna readjust myself for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And how far are we from the gate? Or from where our party is now that we're up in the air and able to see?
I'd say you're probably about 150, 170 feet away. It's a very large monastery.
Okay. My next dumb question. A crossbow can go 320 feet at disadvantage.
Correct.
Feasibly, is there an angle at which I would think that I could shoot it where it might land near enough to them where they would see it without hitting them?
Yeah, absolutely. You've practiced with your weapons.
Sorry,
you would know.
Jade, probably.
So it's gonna be the only time a nat 1 does damage.
Right? Yeah, but no.
Deflect missile. You better hope you hit me.
Yeah. Then
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, okay. Knowing where they are,
PvP.
I'm gonna kind of be like, okay, is there like something we can write to tell them this very quickly, and I can try and fire this bolt over there?
This would count as an attack.
Okay. River is proficient in crossbow too, so she'll take it. And
You
yeah,
got this,
crossbow,
River.
not just light crossbow. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let me. That'll break. My aim is nowhere near as good as yours, but
I believe in you.
oh, thanks. I'm just inspired now. Oh, knowing my odds, I'm gonna hit Quinn, and she's gonna think it's intentional.
What color you were aiming for?
What are you putting in this note?
Okay.
I will say, time check, you would know you have about 15 minutes before your hour is up.
Okay. Above cafeteria, Aelin has an orb emanating cold magic. Appears to be. I don't know. Do you think they're like the batteries, or do you think like they're the Wi-Fi extenders? Like,
Is that magic stuff? I don't know what that is.
yeah, that's.
Well, I think he's feeding them, but they're also feeding what's happening down there. So I think it's sort of all one.
Okay. Soldiers.
Obviously whispering.
Yeah. Plate mail, black plate mail soldiers emanating cold. Everyone seems to be okay, but they're scared and probably freezing. We'll hold until we see a dragon.
Yeah, just holding position.
Yeah.
Because they can't get a message back, but at least
Yeah.
they'll know that
Yeah.
things aren't exactly above board.
Yeah. Holding to make sure Aelin leaves, and she'll roll it up. I imagine, and this.
I'm gonna rip a piece of like a little bit of red cape, tie it around the end just so it has a little bit more
Oh, also
visibility.
Found she sent her into the woods to hide. Has my stone. Okay, yeah. Tie it up. Assuming with Anissa's help to kind of guide River to where, because Anissa probably has a better sense of direction since she was with them for the entire plan.
I'll also say with your stealth checks, you are able to maneuver closer towards the edge of the monastery to give you a little bit more range.
Okay.
And go ahead, and since you are within that 320 feet area, go ahead and roll me a flat d20 attack.
Well, that would be
No, it's not going to be like an actual attack.
okay.
It's just more of a gauging to get.
Hitting the bullseye.
Yeah, to give you that little additional. You're aiming for the grass around near them.
16.
Okay. Would you mind rolling me a d4
Sure.
just for funsies?
Sorry, Quinn. 2.
2. You fire the crossbow. It leaves with a pew, and you watch it fall.
10 gold. I hit Quinn.
My
I feel like someone's trying to hit me somewhere.
my 4.
You're paranoid.
Liliana, you have just finished creating your 2 smoke bombs. Quinn, you are beginning to cast your comprehend languages, and at your feet there's a and a crossbow bolt lands. And I literally just went around the Discord. So Liliana was 1, Quinn was 2, Jade was 3, and Kira was 4. So convenience.
Okay, maybe not super paranoid then.
Yeah. I pull out. Oh, pick it up. Read the note. Well, they have chi.
Okay.
Apparently, our dear friend Aiden has an ice ball, is tossing it about. Everyone's scared, and the armored folks are emitting cold.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Maybe we should save these, and I'll sort of shake one of the bandolier cargo inventory, whatever. One of the wineskins with oil. Maybe soak them in oil, see if we can unfreeze them, melt them. They're so cold that they're emitting cold. I figure fire in general will be useful since
I guess.
ice.
Do we stick with the original plan? Do we go and try and help with this whole situation now? What?
No, I think they said they're staying put until they spot a dragon. Yes, so I think we do the same and stick to the plan. But if a time comes to fight them, maybe the smoking will be indicative of how to most easily get rid of them.
All right.
Go ahead. All right. Time continues to tick, tick, tick forward. 15 minutes turns into 10, which turns into 5. And the hour is up. And there is silence as you all wait with bated breath for the sound of a dragon flying towards you. A minute passes. A second. Nothing. I need everyone to roll a perception check, please.
Could the people on a roof have advantage?
Yeah, you have advantage because you've got higher vantage point.
Thank God, because that was a 2.
Hey, I also got a 2.
Good job, Kira. I'm so proud of you.
19.
Okay, 19.
What's
You're
a 4?
muted. Oh, they say you're muted. Okay, 4. 18, 4.
19. And then I said
19.
Team Roof.
Yeah.
Team Roof. Liliana,
Oh, yeah.
Quinn, Jade.
It's a 7 for Liliana.
Okay, Quinn,
19.
Jade,
11.
11. Anyone who got a 19 or higher, it's faint, and you see nothing, but you hear it.
You're not picking up your mic.
You hear the beating of wings.
Is anything rustling or like moving from the disturbance of the wind?
No. Not at the moment.
Is he just big? That big?
Not yet. It's dark.
Oh, great.
The moon shines brightly above. Stars twinkle as you frantically scan the sky, looking for this large mass. All the while, that gets closer and closer. And then you spot it. My friends on the roof, you see it first as you have a high vantage. It comes across as a darkening of the sky, as a large shape passes in front of the moon. You glance up, and you can't see the moon. That whoosh, whoosh continues, and you realize that he's hovering. He's looking down. This massive beast that, to your eye, looks to be at least the size of 4 humans from this distance, stacked on top of each other. Whoosh, whoosh, the wings beat. And slowly they get louder as he begins to descend. The sound of a roar calls out into the night. And with a loud boom, he lands in the clearing. A massive white dragon. Long neck. Careening around, looking for you all. His blue eyes almost seem to glow in the darkness. His scales shimmer in the light of the moon. And I know it's early, but we're going to take our break now.
No.
So,
Ah!
I know it's a little early, but a lot isn't going to happen, so let's take it now so we don't have to worry about it later. Don't go anywhere, friends. We'll be back in about 10 or so minutes to go take care of some people needs. There's a very large dragon. In fact, this is the largest dragon you all have faced in this entire campaign so far. So don't go anywhere, friends. We'll be right back.